bold, daring, shameless, and just feisty because I don't put limits on myself. I quit doing that for quite a while now. So I say I'm bold more than anything else. I'm daring.
Absolutely. What about you, Marty?
I say unstoppable. That song just gets me
Oh yeah.
fired up, and it's like, yes, that's what I've been. I just didn't know it. I didn't realize it till 4 years ago that I have been unstoppable for 65 and a half. So it's like,
Wow.
it peps me up and it makes me realize just how much I've overcome and how much I've survived, and there's no reason to give up now.
Beautiful, beautiful, unstoppable. Can you sing a line?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead.
uh, let's see. I'm unstoppable. Invincible. Oh, and it says something about I don't need a battery, and I have a battery because I have a spine stimulator. So it really is a comedy for me to listen to that song, and I
Yeah,
get
it's a
lost
very
in the
energetic
words.
song. Mm.
Mm.
Marty has to tell us.
Okay, so I say, and this I've lived. I've lived all my life, and I didn't. You just don't acknowledge things till after it's all said and done. But the silent killer is not stepping out of your comfort zone. If you don't dare to find out what it is that you have to go outside of your protection. You have to be bold. You have to dare to see that there's more opportunities. There's so much more that we're capable of doing when we expose ourselves to the unfamiliar. And not only that, we learn to stand on our own feet. And that's where we build our confidence because we say, okay, nobody hurt me. Everything that I imagined wasn't quite what I imagined. And I've killed numerous careers thinking the very things that Rania was talking about, as well as Mickey, that we don't self-promote. We have to, and we've always been told work hard and you'll get what you want. No, it's not just working hard, it's actually recognizing yourself of your accomplishments, of everything you've achieved that's gotten you to the next step. And when you share that with other people, you're networking. So you have to negotiate with the people that challenge you, that especially men. And I was in the Air Force, so I already know what it's like to be challenged by the male uh gender, but it didn't matter. I learned to stand on my own 2 feet. I learned to say, hey, you're here, I'm here too, and I know how to work this plane, and so do you, but that doesn't make me less of you, or just you have to establish your authority. And that's
Yes.
something that we're very scared to do because in my country, in South America, where I'm from, we were submissive. We had to be more tailored to what the men say, what they decide. Thank God I married an American who understands my way of thinking, and he builds my confidence even more because I see that all those are limiting beliefs that we grew up with, that we don't see outside that comfort zone. We know that this is just the way it's going to be, and that's we have to accept it. No, we don't have to accept anything. Just the fact that each day we grow, we go, and we know that there's much more to discover, there's much more to share. And when we start seeing the capabilities of all these different ingredients in our lives, we feel more confident. We feel more capable of doing things that perhaps we never even dreamt of doing. And I know you've been a witness to it for the last few years that all of a sudden I'm an author. Who knew? Who knew that I could be an author? Who knew that I could share my story and make a business out of it? So it's like you have to go out there and figure out what it is that you're good at, but you also have to define what makes you and breaks you. If you don't know that, then you're just hitting up against the wall. You're letting other people decide for you what it is you need to do, and
And that's
never,
the worst thing that we can do when we let other people
never,
decide for us.
never let anyone dictate how you're going to run your life because that will make you a slave to mental illness, to emotional breakdowns, to lack of confidence, and everything that we don't want to do. And I say that the younger women are more daring now than we were when we were
Yeah.
growing up, but it doesn't matter. It's finding your way through all the muck of lies that we've heard that are, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look right. No, you don't know unless you jump in there and dive into that ocean, that you figure out what you can swim and where you're floating and where you're drowning. So you know how to decipher where it is that you're comfortable with. But and you have to be an executive. You have to command respect. You have to promote yourself. You have to believe that what you're doing is the unique way of doing things. And then nobody can compare to you. And that's another problem, that we compare ourselves to other people. Nobody measures better than your own, personality, what you can and can't do. So it's definitely take calculated risks. You have to examine with a plan, a strategy, uh, baby steps along the way to figure out where it is that you're feeling a little more sturdy in what your decision making is. And then you start learning where you can maneuver around all the other garbage that gets in your way of making progress. When
Is
I
there
when I was
progress?
in the Air Force, I was the only woman on the flight line. And I had my wrenches and I had my oxygen regulator, and everybody looked at me like, ha ha. They were trying to laugh at me. I said, I don't care. I know what I'm doing. I feel confident. And I built a little confidence, but I let it slip out of my hands when I got hurt. So it's like I was working my way to something, and then all of a sudden I'd succumb to, oh, I can't, I could, I didn't, I won't, and I think I've been a radiation therapist working in the medical field with a lot of cocky doctors and people that, oh, I know everything. No, you don't know everything. We're still trying to figure out who's sick and who's not. And
So
so it's
you didn't resign. You're not discouraged from this. You didn't resign.
No, I didn't resign. I
No.
got hurt and I became a liability, so I couldn't continue. But all these different careers taught me certain tools that I'm now applying to the
Biggest one being
resilient.
resilience.
Yes. And it's cool because now I used to think before all this, I used to think, "Ah, I'm just wasting my time everywhere I go and I can't get anywhere where I want to be." And now it's like, no, I didn't waste my time. I just didn't see the opportunities I missed. And now I have a different perspective and say, okay, it's not working this way. That doesn't mean there's not another solution. And now I think of solutions instead of, oh, I can't, I won't, I shouldn't, I couldn't. Because I could hear the echo of my mom saying, no, why are you doing that? A girl doesn't go in the Air Force. And I'm like, well, I did it and I'm alive and I'm still surviving and I'm glad I did.
And you're doing a great job.
I proved to myself that I was worth something. And little by little, I started building up the confidence. And now nobody can shut me up because I know that I got the goods and I've lived and survived 65 years of tragedy, trauma, and
I
drama.
think life has begun really in the real sense of the term now for you. So age
Yes.
doesn't really matter. It's
No.
that we actually did everything, tried out everything, experimented with everything, and finally we found our calling. I mean, yeah, you did
Amen.
the most wonderul, most different, from the Air Force to the radiation. And I think you did something else also. You
Yeah,
once
carpenter, personal
carpenter. Yeah.
trainer. It's like I was like, I'm gonna
Wow.
do whatever I take.
All things that men do, actually. I mean, in
Yes,
the
yes,
traditional
yes.
sense of the term, but
And the
now, of
reason
course, all
being,
women are doing it.
my mom said I
Um,
was a mistake. I didn't, girl, she didn't want girls. So I know that and when I first heard that, it was against me, but then it was like she did me
yeah.
a favor. She dared me to go out of my comfort zone without even realizing it, that I was going to prove to myself that I could do much more than I thought I could. And now it's more than
Look at
proven
you.
because yes.
Go ahead, Martie.
No, you have to embrace discomfort. I mean,
Yeah.
no matter how much we want to avoid it and our brain wants to protect us and, oh no, don't, what bother, don't, we start justifying. But when we start having that realization, no, no, because something, even if you don't express it, you're gonna carry it with you and you're always gonna go, ah, it happened again. Why didn't I speak up? Why didn't I stand for myself? So be uncomfortable and embrace it, because that's how you grow. That's how you become the leader. That's how you become authentic and authority, and nobody can take it from you. So be real, be you.
Yes, Martie.
Well, I discovered that the very things you're talking about it used to bother me. It's like, oh, they must be right because I've heard it from my loved ones, but I realized that that was a toxic environment that wasn't allowing me to see the very things that I could tell I didn't need in my life. I could tell that that's what triggered me to think the old way and not be myself. So once I removed out of that toxicity, I have a whole lot less friends. Yes, I'm very popular because now people are going, ooh, what happened to you? What kind of surgery did you have? Why'd you have all that transformation? What is it that I have to do? Look, whatever it is you got to do, you obviously not in the same topic as I am. All I know is I grab around the people that want to take me under their wing, and I do the same because I want to take others under the wing and feel the joy of being themselves and
Oh,
being
yes,
unique to the world. And
absolutely.
you cannot argue with that.
And hasta mañana till we meet again. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank
God
you
bless.
so much.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Mwah. To all of you lovely ladies. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you.